auditor. And so you should be very vigilant with the platform that gives you that advantage to kickstart off your investment journey, and especially while investing in government bonds. Zabu, my money, my future, Altex East Africa, do something new. And now with SMB on ground this morning, we are going to be looking at auditing in business. Why is it so necessary, and why should you hire an experienced auditor if you want to audit your books in business? And why should every business person understand the importance of auditing? We do have Barija Andrew on ground this morning to give us more of these conversations.
Thank you very much, Joram, and welcome to Smart Main's Business. I'm Andrew Barija, and today we are discussing the aspect of auditing. Of course, we all know that auditing is a very important aspect for all government and, of course, private organizations. And irregularities witnessed sometimes can really lead to disruptions in terms of the company's productivity, and it may not be in position to execute its intended visions. And here with me today, I'm with a personnel from the private sector. That is Mr. Mogoda. That's Mr. Enoch Mogoda, and is the public. Is into auditing. Is the chief auditor for PKF Uganda, and is going to share more insights. And today we are looking at auditing in government. How best can government ensure efficiency when it comes to auditing? Mr. Mogoda Enoch, happy to have you on the show.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yes.
Very good morning.
A very good morning.
Once again, Enoch Mogoda is my name. Audit Manager, PKF Uganda, and a pleasure to be hosted on this show this morning as we discuss the essence and how best government agencies can ensure proper auditing. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome. Now, getting straight to that, we've seen agencies having some bit of difficulties in terms of auditing, limited accountability, and some are government agencies. So in your own experience as an auditor in the private sector, as an audit manager, how best, let's first generalize it in general, how best do you think government can ensure efficiency in auditing?
Thank you, Andrew. One thing that we need to appreciate is what is the mandate that this audit should be done in the government. And government audits are under the Office of the Auditor General, as mandated by Article 163 of the Constitution of Uganda, but also Section 13 and 19 of the National Audit Act that guides them. So we need to appreciate that all government audits are under the Office of the Auditor General. So what is that he's mandated to do? One, he can do a financial statement audit. He can do a value for money audit. He can do an information systems audit. He can also audit the investments of government, but also the procurement audits. And you have found that the procurements in government is a gray area. So all those dynamics of his mandate come into play. So we are looking at how best can they achieve good audits. But one needs to appreciate a lay person down there doesn't know what are these agencies that we are talking about, what is entailed in what they should do. So these agencies, I can say that they are categorized into four. One, they are those that we call the MDAs. That is the ministries, the departments, and the agencies of government. But also, we have what we call the statutory corporations. They are owned by the state. But also, we look at the local government, and also we go down to the lower local government. So the Auditor General's report will entail the performance of that. Because the bottom line of it, we are looking at accountability, transparency, and responsibility for the resources that are entrusted with you. So back to our theme for the day, how best can government achieve or ensure proper auditing? The bottom line is proper record keeping and documentation. Why? The Auditor General is going to look at the information, the supporting documents that are presented to him. This can be requisitions to the Treasury, this can be the budgets, this can be the accountabilities. But for him to achieve that is still under his mandate, because at the end of the day, he's going to issue an opinion, and that opinion he'll be comfortable if he has obtained appropriate and sufficient evidence to give him comfort to express the opinion. Okay. So for them to achieve proper auditing, one, the government agencies themselves need to keep proper records. Okay. Because that is the source to confirm whatever they are alleging that this is in place. Okay. But besides that, these agencies need to appreciate that as the Auditor General is coming, is sending their staff, is sending his human resource to do the audit. It's not coming to witch hunt them. Okay. It's just making government achieve its objective of accountability, of responsibility, and reporting on its performance. Okay. So, as is doing that, for them to ensure that this is effective, this is done proper, these people have to accept him with an objective mind. The third component is for them to appreciate that the findings he has found is to better them. Okay, not to criticize them, not to criminate them, but to better them in their performance, but also in honoring their public obligation to be accountable to the resources that are entrusted with them. But also, they need the support of the Parliament. Okay. That as the Auditor General points out these areas of weaknesses, Parliament should back them up as a legislative arm, that what the Auditor General put forward as his findings, we need to track in age. But as a professional, you have to remain independent, both in physical appearance